we're going to review how to change domes and wax guards on different manufacturer hearing aids. First, I have an Au.D hearing aid. This is the most common style, and right here on the front we have the dome. The domes are pretty similar for all of the manufacturers in that they're a pressure fit that needs to have a bit of force to be pulled off. You're going to pull on the dome, again using a bit of pressure to get it off, and underneath we're going to see the white wax guard. If you have an Au.D hearing aid, you should have packs that look like this that contain the wax guards. You're going to open up the pack and take out one of the black petals. On the petal, there's going to be a white piece and a blank end. We're going to start by taking the blank end and pushing it straight into the current wax guard. Pushing in straight is really important here. If you go at an angle, it's not going to work. We're then going to pull out, and as you can see, the wax guard came out. Now we're going to put the new one in by pushing straight in. Again, keeping it straight is really important to making sure it goes in properly. And the wax guard has now been changed. We're going to dispose of this. This cannot be used again. And we're going to put the dome back on. To put the dome back on, we're going to simply push the end with the wax guard into it and push down really hard. It's important to make sure that the dome has a secure fit so it doesn't fall off by mistake. And I usually recommend giving it a few good flicks just to ensure it is on there properly. The next one we have is Au.D. The wax guards are going to look like this, and they're sticks instead of petals, but the process is the same. We're going to peel off the dome. Again, have to use a bit of force to get it off as it is a pressure fit. The wax guard will look the same, however each manufacturer does have specific wax guards that need to be used. So instead of a petal we have a stick with a blank end and again a white end. Same thing, super important to push really straight in. And when you pull out you'll have the wax guard on the end. I'm going to flip the stick over and push the new one in. Same thing, the wax guard has now gone in. And again, we're going to push that dome on, giving it a really good push to make sure it's sealed properly, and then giving it a few flicks to make sure that it's not going to fall off. Again, this is going to be discarded. The process is a bit different for anyone with a custom ear mold that looks like this. So if you have a custom hearing aid or a custom ear mold that does not use a dome, the process is the same, it's just going to look different since there's no piece to pull off on the end. This is an Au.D mold. Again, we're going to have different looking petals because it is a different type of wax guard for this mold, but the process is the same. We're going to push the empty part of the wax guard in really straight, pull it out, and then the new one will go in. Same thing, this is going to be discarded. The last one is going to look a little bit different. If you have one of the newer Phonak hearing aids, it's going to use the disc like this instead of the older Phonak, which will use similar to the Au.D, the wax guard with the stick. You'll know which one you need to use based on what your audiologist has given you. Same thing, we're going to start by peeling off the dome. But you'll notice that the wax guard looks different. It's inserted inside of the receiver instead of sitting on top. What we're going to do is turn the disc once in the direction of the arrow, and it's actually marked with a trash receptacle on top, and we can see the new wax guard on the bottom. Similar to the other wax guards, it's really important that we do this holding both pieces as straight as possible. So we're actually going to insert the end of the hearing aid into the trash receptacle piece first, pushing straight in. And it's now pulled out the wax guard, so we don't see it in the hearing aid any longer, and we can actually see it in the trash receptacle slot. I'm then going to put the hearing aid straight into the new one and pull out, and the wax guard has now been inserted. You'll also notice that the steps are labeled. So first you're going to use the trash receptacle slot, and then second you're going to put in the new wax guard. These have multiple wax guard changes in them. They do not get thrown away after a change. you simply just turn it again in the direction of the arrows, and then when you're ready for your next change, once again, you'll turn it and you'll see the new wax guard waiting and an empty trash receptacle slot. Same as with the others, when we put the dome on, we're going to give it a really good push to make sure that it is properly sealed. We do not want these falling out by mistake in our ears. And after I give it a few good pushes, I'm going to give it a few flicks just to make sure that it is on there properly and it will be ready to go. Thanks for watching this video, and hopefully you now feel more comfortable changing your domes and wax guards.